Okay, good evening. Welcome back to Stationeers. Sorry, my mouse pad's not where it's supposed to be. So we were working on the furnace. We got that set up. We just need to prime the system. And OBS tells me that I'm dropping like 12% of my network frames. I don't know if that's actually the case. I did a little stream analyzer and it said, oh, it's fine. So I don't know. I apologize if there's problems. But we'll see. And that was going on the last couple streams, actually, so not exactly sure what's going on there. We could top off our food and drink while we're in here. Don't need a shower. So today I want to prime the furnaces and get those running. Now, the one furnace is going to be super easy. That's just going to be Venusian atmosphere. Real stupid simple. Oh, I already harvested that. That's good. So, corn. Looks like corn is ready. Good. Good. So we're getting there. So, yeah. The one furnace will be Venus atmosphere, and it will cool it down to the level we need. And then we will strawberry seed. Don't actually need the strawberries, but I need the seeds. Right, forgot, you can only stack it to 10. Yeah. Don't shove them in there. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. I know it's difficult for you. So, so that one is super easy. That one is just to make sure that we can smelt our solder primarily. Solder and waspalloy, if I'm not mistaken, without looking at my thing. So let's look at the thing. Waspalloy, yeah, waspalloy and solder are in the same temperature range. So that one's going to run at 50 megapascals. At least that's the theory. Well, we'll see if the annoying pinging sounds of the furnace drive me nuts or not. Maybe I'll have it back off a little bit just for that. So, okay. We should be centrifuging. Volatile. What's our volatiles at? Okay, not too bad. Sorry. Good. So, what I am going to do, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do this, is the H2 combustor is going to have to turn off. Oh, that was, yeah, okay, that was leftover plumbing. 45 megapascals, we're doing good. That's looking, okay, so anyway. Oh, feels like it's been a long time since I got into this.
Low pressure. Oxygen low.
And it really hasn't. It's
Pressure
just
critical. Oxygen critical.
easy to get distracted. Okay, so let's go take a look at what we got. So, one thing. Okay, so the furnaces. For right now, all this is doing is controlling the valves. So heating, cooling, and all that. So furnace, what I have labeled as... Oh, that's a good question. Who's who? Who's who and where's Waldo? Okay, so this is a wall. Okay, this is 3. This is 2. This is a 3, 2, 1, 0. Is this 0? Okay, this is 0. Alright. So double 0 is going to be my cold furnace. So this could be literally Venus atmosphere plugged into there. And then it's just a matter of it'll actually be cooling it down. because it's going to go down to, what do I have that set to? I think 500 degrees. I think that's where it's supposed to go to. And I wonder if that's the last program on my laptop. Yeah, 500. So yeah, these are all going to be at temperature set points. I got to figure out if I'm going to do more with that. So for right now, it is literally just heating, cooling the pipe network. And that's probably a good place to start. So we can start by putting Venus atmosphere into here, which does mean I need, need some more pipe, insulated pipe. And yeah, I think I'm going to start with some fuel in the others. Pipe. Do I have any pipe? I think I might have some pipe. There's that. Let's see, we need a wrench. So for filling it, we're going to come out this way. For filling it, we're going to come out this way. Alright. No. You. So this is going to be Venus atmosphere, which is right here. It's a straight 5. Straight 3. Okay, this is the lukewarm and curdly line. So that's going to be cooling for most of these. With the exception of the cold furnace. The cold furnace actually has to pipe into my air conditioning line because it's going for temperature sub Venus atmosphere. So that'll be for cooling. Now heating, that one I got to figure out. That's going to be tied into the H2 combustor, I think. So I've got to do some re-plumbing on that. While I'm thinking about it, how are we here? That one doesn't matter because that's tied to atmosphere. 1.2, 1.3, temperatures might be a thing soon. Okay. This is the only one I'm really worried about because it's the condensation temperature. So maybe I actually need to store nitrous as liquid. Maybe that would make more sense. Okay, I got all the valves already programmed in. All the valves are open. Okay. I haven't gotten into the logic of how that all works yet. So, yeah. So as we know, what's going to happen is I'm going to put an order for an ingot of some kind, and then whatever's handling that order process is going to control these furnaces. Specifically, it's more about the pressure and temperature inside. So this chip right now is just controlling the temperature of the atmosphere back here, which I made it out of uninsulated pipe so that these rooms can become airtight. I'll make sure that I've got these pressure regulators set. 150, 150. You know what? Let's... No, they can't be that low. They can't be that low. You know what? 150 is fine. 150 is perfectly fine. So, let's see. Furnace 2 and 3, they're going to be at 1250, 975 Kelvin. So those are going to have to start off hot. And then the big furnace, which needs a lot of pressure, that also is going to start off hot. So that's the deal. That's the deal. So this right here is, yeah. So this was the fuel insert. I might just move that around. But we'll complete the look. I'm gonna put a, stick my head through the wall, get a junction. And there's that. Okay. Alright. So now I will have a hookup for later. Now you're Venus atmosphere, right? You are 3 and 10. This is for... Let's switch these out. You know, I think this, oops, I think this might actually need to be a turbo pump. Let's consider that. Oops. And the way you are, we'll do this. Turbo pump. So put a turbo pump in there to push and pull. Push and pull. So you gotta go there, you gotta go there. In this case, you gotta go there. So turbo pumps. Just trying to make sure that I've got as many of these things thought out prior to actually closing those in and making those rooms, you know, hot.
Pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical.
Especially the really hot room.
Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
So we'll go over here, and it cleared out the turbo pumps, which is what I was hoping. But make sure, you know what? Just take what I can, essentially. So the fewer things that are over there to think about, the better.
Low pressure. Pressure critical. Oxygen low. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Okay, there's that. There's that. This is electronics. So there's dish. And I wanted a, not a brain fart, turbo pump. Okay, so I need 3 turbo pumps. We're getting there. It's a multi-day thing, but we're getting there. Okay. Alright. No turbo pump. I don't understand what's going on here. If I come over here, will it say show turbo pump now? Yeah, look at that. Now it'll show me a turbo pump. Gas. I need 3 of those. And it wanted electrum, so let's grab the electrum. Check it. Gold and copper are going to be a thing soon. Alright, so we will have... And I will... yeah, okay. Good. So these will be fill ports. Fill ports. The reason I want a turbo pump is not necessarily for the massive flow rate. It's because it's can be kind of omnidirectional. Is that how I want it? Yeah. Is that where I want it? I think that's where I want it. Okay. Jeez. The spaghetti is strong with this build. At least this one can be manually controlled. Alright. There we go. This is some tight finagling. I'm just training for the rocket. That's all. You know what? Let's just pull this off the iron wall. Oh, this doesn't even have a... Golly gee willikers. Oh, I wonder if I can... Yeah, I can get to there, right? Should make that a little easier. Now, how about you? Okay, there we go. 0. Okay, do that, and 50. I don't know if I really need that much. Okay. Okay, yeah. Transformer might need a little bit more oomph for loading one of these up. So temperature's going down, which is what we want. 250, I think, is where we want to take it down to. Should we do that? Okay, there we go. It shut off. It should be about in its happy place. Okay, good. So with that, I think I can shut this one up. I think I can shut this one up, and I'm going to do so. It's, that's a type 1 over there, I think. Type 1, that's what we're going to put up. Type 1. I think that was vertically assigned. That's how we want it. Vertically assigned. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, this room is fully boxed in. I don't know if I really want to do anything with the other stuff. So there we go. So we are isolated. So now it's a matter of well, that's a problem. I don't have a way to read the pressure on the network, do I? Okay, alright. I guess we gotta start here. This has to go up to 50 megapascal. Okay. Alright. So, that's gonna be an issue. So I guess I gotta automate filling and all that fun stuff on these. Alright. So what do we have here? We have a fuel mix in here. That's right. I did put some fuel in here. Very small amount, but so what do we got? We've got 6, 7. We got 7 times the capacity in the tank network. So for this one, it has to go all the way up to 30 megapascals maximum. So theoretically, if we did 30 divided by 7, that's the number we need. So just to be generous, we'll say 5 megapascals. So I have to put 5 megapascals into this tank network. Okay, so let's take a look at our little coding machine here. And here's what we're going to do. So we're going to have name hash, cooling valve, name hash for heating valve, temperature set point, and I don't know what the plus or minus 10. That's what I got there. So I'm going to just that way that can be set from up higher. So I don't need it. This is the only one that actually has to be tight. The rest are pretty lenient. And this one can go basically 50, but okay. So then the next thing is going to be push. This is going to be tank minimum pressure, right? Pipe network minimum pressure. So in this case, minimum and maximum, I think. Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's what I get. The pipe network over here, which of course, the pipe network we have here is 1100, so it's basically the same size as the furnace. And I probably want to confirm that all around. Oh, yeah. Can I... It's a problem. I think it's a safe assumption because it's pretty close. Yeah, so even this one is 1130. That one's probably, you know what, we can do this. 1090. You. Oh, okay, there we go. No, still. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to make the assumption that those three are going to run about 1,000. So some of these are actually going to make a little bit of noise. Is that a problem? I don't know if it is. It might be. If it drives me nuts, I'll have to change that. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to go over here and stand by the charger. We'll pull this out. So our minimum... Okay, alright, fine. So for double O, our minimum pressure is going to be 50 megapascal. And then maximum I mean, that's 10%. This is the only one that's going to be up this high. I think 10% is fine. Pressure hysteresis will be 0.10. Let's make it 1.1. Max pressure hysteresis? Sure, we'll do that. So this will change my... Actually, just change my base. So we're going to multiply by 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it'll work. So tank 2 here is going to be running 19 megapascals. Tank 3 here is running 27. Yeah, it's a little pushy. 27 megapascals. Now this one is the difference because this has a storage tank on it. They might all end up with a storage tank, depending on how much noise I can tolerate from 00 over there. So this one needs to run at 30 megapascals maximum, but ooh, how do I... This one. This one. So anyway, 30 megapascals maximum in a 7,000 liter storage network. So divide that by 7 because it's 1,000 liters in the furnace. And we get to 4 point whatever. So let's just say 4,500. Now, 4,500, yeah, this one's... I gotta think about this. Or... Because I don't want it constantly venting air. And that's the potential with the hysteresis on this one. So maybe I have to program a maximum pressure on this. Because it has to operate in 2 places. It's got to be 2.4 megapascals for making electrum. And then 30 megapascals for making everything else. In this case, astroloy. Has to be minimum of 30. To make astroloy, maximum of 2.4 to make electrum. So... and then there's a whole slew of ranges that it's going to vary between. So I have to make sure that it doesn't do that. So this is pipe network, right? So our minimum, let's put a maximum, yeah. Let's just push the maximum. That's just what we're going to do. And this one, I don't think, because, let's see, this one is going to be for INVAR. That's going to be running steady state. I'll let it vary that amount. And then this is going to be making Hastelloy. I think literally only Hastelloy. That has a very, 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 very tight temperature range. So, but that's going to be steady state at 25 or 27. So, We'll let it go up to there before we start venting out. And I shouldn't have to vent out unless what's in the pipe network expands in temperature and all that fun stuff. So this guy, if this is 30, right? And we're going to dump all 7 megapascals back into the network, essentially. Maybe I should make sure that's 15. Or, well, I mean, it's got the tank, so it doesn't matter. It can go up to 20. That'd be fine. So then our multiplication factor here. Yeah, so if the data construct changes, yeah, their comments do some weird things here. So, all right, so then all the other stuff there is good. Now, I guess I could position these so that inbound and outbound are the same direction. Yeah, okay. Or not the same direction, the identical direction. That's what I should do. Alright, let's go eat and drink. Back to programming.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
There should be another load of switchgrass ready.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical.
Alright.
Oxygen
Eat.
critical.
Drink.
Temperature critical.
Be merry. Maybe top off the shower, I don't know. What we got? Oh, jeez. 145. Yeah, you don't need to do anything there. But we can harvest some switchgrass. That's funny. Yep, so harvest this all up. Boom. Haha. Okay. Yep. Okay, there we go. So, we make more volatiles in this way.
Oxygen
Are
low.
you...
Low pressure.
I'm gonna actually
Oxygen
dump you
critical.
for now.
Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
Are we... What are we doing over here? Oh, yeah, okay, we got room. Got plenty of room. Now, combustion centrifuge. I want to play with those eventually, but...
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Gonna drop you here. And drop you here for now. So I don't need you. Now. So as far as, yeah, the turbo volume pump. I should orient these so I don't have to do anything funny. Mode is right or left. Now, there's a little bit of a problem with that. Which direction? Left or right? So this one I know is upside down. So we want to have the green arrow on top. Eventually I'll get this flipped the way I want it to. It's close. Alright. I think this is it. Green arrow on top. That's not green arrow on top. Let's try that again. Green arrow on top. Alright, we got it. Gotta go over to the other side here. Okay, is this shoot. The chute's in the way. Okay, well, that just means we have to come out one more notch. Okay. Green to the pipe network. Green to the pipe network. Now, if I set this to 0 and I turn it on, okay, green arrow tells you which way it's going. Okay. Alrighty, we're getting there slowly. I am definitely going to have to go mining before I venture into too much stuff here. So this is filling. Okay, I don't necessarily want these all running at the same time. Or, if I do, I probably don't necessarily need it running at maximum pressure. But I do need to connect it in, and that'll be fun. So let's do this. There's that. There's that. There we go. Okay, and you are a 1. You are a 1. Okay. You're 03. 03 is a volume pump. Just rename these while I'm here. So essentially, if I want to avoid that, I just don't hook up the well, I eventually will. I eventually will. This one's a little annoying just because it's the small things. The small things that are annoying. I'll go that way, and then that. Okay, turbo pumps, except for this one, are plugged in. And should they plug into the Venus network? I think that's probably a good place to either make up air or dump air. And yeah. So this is What's going on? Holding right at 125, and I'm having a hard time pulling in. Yeah, this is just because of the pressure difference. So I put a pressure regulator on this, and we got 39.55. That's funny. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm actually, well, I guess I am technically pulling in more air, but I'm just not making any headway because the rate sucks. I could probably put an active vent on that side and pressurize this line. You... Oh! I forgot. Yeah, okay. That might not be a good way to bring it in. I guess, so that has to have a two-way pressure regulator. So I gotta have two different pressure regulators on that. Oh, dude. Dude. Alright. I forgot that. That was my... Yeah. Jeez. Two regulators. Yeah, so what's... I pressurized that to a specific point so that the... you know, the thermal anchoring would actually have some gusto to it. Gusto. But if you suck the frickin' fuel out of there, it doesn't help. So I may need a passive vent. So we are going to... This is exactly why I put this battery here, by the way. So I can change that out. Now we're going to go outside and solve that particular problem. Uh. $227. Still haven't gotten where we want to be. I still haven't taken Rover out. Oh, we do have an active vent. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have a passive vent. I think I can go straight through, right? Yeah, let's do that. Or so they have to conjoin. I think maybe this will work. Okay, so we're gonna have to have a T. We're gonna have that. That. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna have a pressure regulator this way and a back pressure regulator this way. So let's make sure back pressure, back pressure, back pressure. Don't go over 10. You don't go under 3. I think those will be good enough numbers. Jeez. slowly filling up. There we go. Here we are. We are at Venus temperatures for that. So there we go. It's more power consumption, but worthwhile. Okay. All right. Slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Okay, so now we can go through the process of, at least for these guys, pulling in atmosphere. And heating is going to be a problem, for sure. Yeah, so that'll probably be one of the next things I do is the heating tool. Steel. We're pretty low on steel, I'd say. Insulated pipe, 62. Okay, a little bit more than I thought was in there, but that's fine. Insulated pipe. Let's go ahead and make 40. And whip this back out. So we got our minimum, we got our maximum. So heating enable, cooling enable, and then blah 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 blah. I need to also, okay, so we need to define hash for turbo pump. I don't know why this is lagging so much. I don't like that, but whatever. So we got a turbo pump hash. That's all I'm going to do for now, because that's all I'm adding for now. In our initialization, I would like to set batch H turbo pump off, or on, to 0. H turbo pump setting, let's set that to 10. Now, set batch H turbo pump mode to left. Turbo pump mode. That's variables. Left. It is no Bino. So we're going to set them to mode 0. And that's all I'm going to do for this round. So this will tell me direction of the turbo pump. And I can probably plan on it. Export, and then Lamo. So turbo pump. Okay, 0 is out. 1 is in. Okay, good to know. So we can edit this in. Maybe it should be set to out. You know what? I wonder. Yes. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So we got this. So now we're going to see load batch network R15 is going to be H. Pipe sensor, current name hash, pressure, average, right? Add R14 is going to be I name hash plus, we got to figure this out. 3 I think is temperature, so 0, 1, 2, 3, so 4. Min pressure. Add R13 as I name hash 5 for max pressure. These are indexes. So I want to get that's just just an index. We're going to overwrite R14. Device is DB and address is R14. So it looks a little funky. And I would agree it looks a little funky. But now we have our values. So set. What do? Set greater than. So let's let's do S less than. R10 is going to be set less than A less than B. So pipe pressure less than minimum pressure. Pump it up. Set greater than. R11 is going to be R15 greater than R13. Pump it out. Pump it in. Pump it out. Right? So Hey, thanks for the follow there, Fish Gamer. I appreciate it. So these will only be set if action has to take place. Hello! So I could actually bore these together. Take it to R12, I guess. So if I R together, or together, R10, register 10, register 11. Let's see. Pump on. Okay. So as far as... Yeah, I need to know this. Okay, so set less than, so we need to pump it in. That is mode inward. So let's do this. Let's select. We're getting into directionals now. R9, as long as I haven't used R9, which I'm good. So R9, so this is the direction. And we're checking A, against A, so R10. So if 10 is, or R10 is non-zero, so B. So we want B if this is set. Pump it in, so vent, inward. Otherwise we vent outward. How about that? So set batch name, device hash is turbo pump, current name hash, direction, no mode. R9. Set batch name H turbo pump. Cur name hash. I should just do this. Set batch H turbo pump. Cur name hash on is equal to R12. Hopefully. Okay. So, first and foremost, since we are testing data, there's only... This one should be set. No, it's not set already. That's the only one. Oh, gosh. Well, these two might be going hand in hand. I think that'll be okay. Worst case scenario, I unplug this real quick and yoink it. Yoink it! Okay. Yeah, I need that open. I need that. There we go. Export. Okay. Is there an error? Temperature and pressure, right? So, H pipe sensor. Export. Oh, there we go. I just... This is going down, so we are adding to the networks. Okay, so as long as these behave, we should be good. Ugh, I hate how I can see it in the crack. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. Should be done here and here. Now, do I want to hook up the rest? That's the real question. I probably should hook it up in the same way. Yeah. And where are you at? Straight 3. That actually works out pretty well. And we just curve out and there we go. Got that. Now, the one on top, I don't think I have a problem with feeding. Oh, wall type 4. Why would I do that? Why would I make a different wall? Of course I'd make a different wall. Okay, wall type 1. Wall type 1. I think we're ready to plug this stuff in, though. What the heck? How did I do that? There we go. Okay, we are encapsulated. All right. I feel like I want to put a stub. Can't do that because it's got a cable. Technically speaking, I could put a stub here and put a cable, or not cable, a pipe meter there. Should do that over here as well.
Hunger caution.
Under caution. Okay, so that. 4 pipe meters. Yeah, let's do 4 pipe meters. I don't have enough copper for 4. Do I have another chunk of copper laying around? Do I have copper inside here? Copper inside here? No, I do not. Copper. I just need 1. I need to eat and drink, so maybe I'll just chuck this into the furnace up here. Looks like we're getting
Low pressure.
ready to...
Oxygen low.
Yeah, we're getting ready to dump.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Getting ready to
Pressure
dump. We
critical.
dumped it. Whatever. We'll throw that in. Throw it in. Eat, drink. Be merry. Take a shower, even though I don't think that's necessary. What we got?
Oxygen
Yeah,
low.
we're good.
Pressure critical. Oxygen
We're good.
critical. Temperature critical.
Eat, drink, and be merry. And I got another batch of seed ready to go. Or biomass, I should say. Which is good. And I even got room for everything, so won't have to do any of that funny business. That one in the middle is always a problem. It is the less than superior crop, I guess. Yep, farming simulator. Yeah, I used to, well, I think everybody spends a lot of time surviving on just potatoes, and then I figured out that bread is phenomenal. You don't really need all that much. I think you can get away with like, I don't know, three soybean, not even that. Three wheat and like 1 soybean plant. But to be fair, you can also survive on like 3 potato plants. Thriving towards seeding, so we don't need to do that. Okay. But, yep, bread just takes 200 grams of flour and 5 milliliters of water, or oil. So 1 plant of soybean will get you there. Speaking of which, I should probably... How am I doing on oil? Oh, I'm doing good on oil. And then, let's see, this plot right here gets me 250 grams. So you need to harvest 9. Is that the right number? 25 per, so 8. So you need to grow 8 wheat. So basically, you could probably get away with 1 a day, maybe 2, because this will last like 7 days. So 1 soybean and 2 wheat will get you a loaf of bread all the time. Works out great. Yeah, potatoes are good, especially when you turn them into fries.
Oxygen low. Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical.
Alright, that's my first batch charcoal. And we'll put it there. Well, here's something I haven't looked at. How am I... Ooh, yeah. I am loading the system now. Yeah, I'm less than thrilled with how my water phase change is actually working. I think I need to put more evaporation chambers up, because the condensation side of things is not a problem keeping up. Hey, Tuver. It's going. Slowly getting my furnaces primed for my automatic smelting. Right now I am... Well, I'm priming 3 of the furnaces. The other one I think I'm going to start with fuel, just to get it heated up. And I think my friend's talking about World of Warcraft because he's going nuts. Ding, ding, ding. How are we doing over here? 8 megapascals, we're fine. And that temperature's coming down. That's good. That's real good. I really should have just gone through the process of going outside to get my copper. I guess I still could. I got the pipe meters I need. I'll just have to chuck in a piece of copper later. That's fine.
Low pressure.
So it's funny, I'm getting this all set up and I don't even have any deep miners to support it. But so far, it's annoying. My deep miners regions are... actually, you know what? Whatever. The hot side too hot. Oh, goodness. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh. Oh. What? Oh. Okay. I really didn't like that. At least that failed in the correct direction, I guess. There we go. Okay, now I'm priming that. Rich person laugh. I'm okay with that. So 500. My set point here is 500. Yeah, you can see that just kicked on, so it's cooling. There we go. Alright. Okay. Yeah, so with the liquid, the phase change, if I remember right, I don't actually have enough liquid to evaporate. Well, that's not true. Could be the hot side is way too hot. I'm kind of disappointed. I've got like 10 ACs outside and they can't keep up. Oh, there we are. There we go. Yeah, if I have too much liquid, and I think that's where I'm at, because I've got my, I've got 45 liters, give or take, that are outside of the evaporators, and they are all full to capacity, so, yeah, need more evaporators to pass it over to this side. And I still have 22 liters on, well, I guess this side, it's got to pass through, but the gas side of things is, yeah, it's a vacuum on the condensation side, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is more evaporators what I need. These are parallel. The two systems are series, but all the evaporators and condensation are in parallel. And I can terrible at platformers. So yeah. So those two condensation chambers are parallel, and then these 6 evaporation. And what's funny is I got all that hardware over there. Good God, get up there. And I just got 2 and 2 over here. But I am using nitrogen, which kind of sucks as a coolant, but I didn't want to put volatile as a coolant. And yeah, this is actually doing pretty good, 153. So yeah, I definitely need more evaporator. Need to also hook up my nitrogen filter. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to worry about 1%. Yeah, increase the temp on the cold side. Or you mean the pressure? Yeah, it's already running way above, well, I guess not necessarily temperature. The pollutant side, I've got this going as fast as I can. And yeah, this, actually right now, surprisingly, I'm not dumping a bunch of heat into this. Soon. Oh, it's a dishwasher I'm here. Jeez. No, increased temp going to the evaporator. Yeah, I mean it's 100 degrees, and that's what ends up happening is this. When I start loading the system, this gets really hot. As a matter of fact, it gets to the point where my pipes start complaining. I've pushed this all the way up to 140 degrees. Yes. That's correct. More heat going into the evaporator will increase the using the liquid. Yep. That just when I'm loading the system, my bottleneck I think is here. So when I'm making a batch of water, that's true. But the pollutant can only get up to 140 before it turns into gas. Well, 142. What's that number? What's that magic number? 152. Sorry, 152. Is that copper done yet? Hey, I remembered something before I ran through the door again.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Oxygen
Yeah, that's
pressure critical.
it's always important to understand the context of a system. There we go. Give me my last pipe meter, thank you. There we go. Alright, so I gotta check and see if the orientation of that other... Yeah, so that's correct now. Valve on the top. I think that's actually back... I think these are both backwards. Because you're probably... Oh, hang on. Yeah, you're a vacuum, so I got you up backwards. So So, come on, back up, back up. There we go. Arrow down. I got the gauges facing my way. Yep, alright. And then this is 02. And you should be... Okay, very slowly increasing. Okay. So that means this is backwards. Yeah, that's the nice thing about this game. It's all the fun things that I want to do, but can't for one reason or another. So I get a video game to do it for me. 10. Direction off. Okay. Well, wait a minute. That wouldn't even be... I mean, it makes sense. Oh, that is the data connection. Okay. That's right. I want to do that. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, let's turn this on. Get this auto ignition. Why is it cooling down so much? What is going on? Oh, it's because of the tank. I think that's what it is. Yeah, okay. If I get this to 300 degrees, then we're going to see a burst in temperature and pressure. When it hits the green... well, let's hope we get up to 88 before we hit the red mark. Why? We need some serious shit. Come on, 300, 300, 300, 300, 300. Auto ignite. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bam. Look at that. Yes. Convect that heat away. Warm up that room. Well, the good thing is that it took the temperature most of the way there. Definitely not the pressures, but... Alright. Awesome. Whoops. Pollutant waste when it's colder to boost the heat. Yeah, could do that. Alright, how are we doing pressure-wise over here? Got a long way to go. You, long way to go. Alright, that means I need to go outside and assist the process. Whoa, 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 whoa. Turn on the AC before I cook myself. Okay. Is it sunrise? It is sunrise. Ooh, which is good. My batteries are about dead over here. Alright, let's turn on. So I'm just using a pressure regulator, which is not doing a very good job of keeping up. So if I throw the active vent here, it should be okay. Which, technically speaking, if I really wanted to, because that has a can't go over 50 megapascals, I could probably I could probably technically leave that on. Help prime the systems. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I could even leave that on. No, it'll just be a waste of energy. because this won't go over 50 megapascals. The only problem is going to come in is if I leave this running during a storm, pack this full of 50 megapascals of cold gas, and the storm goes away. This heats it up and expands it. That's the only problem I'm going to have. So do not leave this running during a storm. So yeah, you can see my how many ACs do I have running here? Some of these are more useful than others, but this is using the what is that? Elmotrix is using the waste to cool and heat. It's not working quite as well as it used to, but they aren't really. I don't understand. So according to this, I've got 26 kilojoule right here, and then 16 the other way. So 42 kilojoules of cooling. I'm not dumping that much heat in. These should be way low. I'm using nitrogen, so I don't know. Don't know. 275. Yeah, we're about 150 degrees above that. Okay, charging good. Green light, good. Now the next thought. So the H2 combustor is currently heating this gas, and then it's getting cooled off and thrown back into the system. And okay, wondering if it would be worthwhile to take this side of the loop and patch it into... No, that's not good. Ugh. Do I just use this tank as the ballast tank for my hot gas? Which is a problem because right now it's only 1200. And really high pressure. Well, one thing I should definitely do is purge the nitrogen out of here. Let's go inside. Let's go inside and think about it. Because the nitrogen has low specific heat and latent heat. Right? Whereas volatiles is, well, low specific heat, but a decent amount of latent heat. Water is ridiculous in both cases. Pollutant is pretty good on either side, so I could actually... Well, I don't really care about the latent heat, because I'm not going to be doing phase change. Maybe steam. Actually, storing some steam for heat ballast. Okay. Yeah, just this furnace is going to be running at 500 Kelvin. This furnace is going to be running at 1250. This furnace is going to be running at 975, and then this one is going to be running at 1800. So this one's going to be a son of a gun to keep hot. I was actually thinking about using a batch of pipe heaters, potentially. Oh, we finally got some pressure. This is taking so long to get up there. It's ridiculous. How are we doing over here? Okay, this one's going to take forever. This one's going to run up to 50 megapascals, give or take. This one is going to run up to 19. So that one's almost there. Top one over here is going to run to 27. Got a long ways to go. And then this bottom one is going to be... Overall, it's supposed to be 7 megapascals or more. This also has a much bigger pipe network. Oh, let's grab that fuel tank. Grab that fuel tank. You're going to come in handy. And H2 combustor. I don't need the H2 combustor, I need the fuel mix. So let's do. Oh, I still got my suit on. And my AC on. What the heck am I doing?
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Okay.
Temperature critical.
Alright, let's throw the fuel canister in here. Interesting. These canisters, regular canisters, I think they're good for 10 megapascal. 10 megapascals are probably fine. Let's check the temperature here. 16 degrees. Temperature here, 6 degrees. Okay, so we don't have a combustion hazard here. Let's turn you on. Oh god, don't misclick. Okay. Alright. Alright. There we go, okay. Let's let this go up to 8 megapascals. Okay. It's not a very good mix, so I think I made it rich. No, lean. I made it lean. Intentionally, trying to keep the minimum amount of volatiles passing through. I'd rather have oxygen. So now we're just waiting for this to fill up, which is already there. Okay. Pressure differences make a difference. Okay. Alright, so this... do me good.
Low pressure. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
That other furnace, that's a real problem. If I need 3 mil, and I get 10k per how many 10k, I need to get 3 mil. 3 million and 10k. 10k per, so 10, that's 100 times 100, so 100. For a million, 3 million, so 300. And okay, combustion. Okay, pressure's not a problem. Temperature is actually right about where I want it to be, too. Almost. Almost. Yeah, we'll let that run over a little bit. So I am losing a lot of heat, as intended, convected to the room in there. So I want it to kind of be a room. Go ahead and grab this. Real good. This is a long way out. So,
Low pressure.
what I have hooked up to the furnace right now, I think would be good to use as the heating and cooling, but I need to put a... or do I just use fuel? Maybe I'll just fill it up. How do I want to go about it? It'll require a bunch of heat. I guess I could have like a special solar array for the pipe heaters, so they just turn on and Maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's the trick. Because this really isn't adding that much at a time.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
Okay. As anticipated, you are getting loud. Oh, there we go. All right. Exactly. Yep, there we go. Okay, so this worked exactly like it was supposed to. So it brought it up to that 50 megapascals and shut off the pump. Now it started dropping, so I need to kick it on. And then this is going to have to come down quite a bit, so I'm really loading this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm loading that. So this is good. This is doing good. You are 19 megapascals. That's right where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be 27. You're right where you're supposed to be. So, do I go ahead and... This is actually right at the right temperature. That's funny. I might just keep loading that up with fuel. We might get there. But, why is my light on? I do need to go turn that vent off upstairs, though. Because I'm no longer pulling air in.
Hunger caution.
No longer pulling air in, so I don't need to... Okay, turn you off. How we doing? 21.6 megapascal, which is fine. You're set to 10 in and 30 out, so we're right smack dab in the middle. That works. That works. So this is going to be the Venus atmosphere line. And now that everything is up to pressure, at least those three tanks, three furnaces, we shouldn't have a problem. So it's just going to be minor buffeting based around the temperature and pressures. That's all. Okay. This one... Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to have pipes all over singing, that's fine. You're fine. Let these get to the temperature they need to be. However, this one's not going to get warm. Yeah, so that's the next problem is the temperatures. Yeah. So I gotta put something on that red line. Gotta put something on the red line. Yellow. Uh-huh. Take this with me. Take that, all two of those with me. Yeah, okay. Alright. Making progress. I should have grabbed the fuel tank.
Oxygen low.
Oh, that's right.
Pressure critical.
Yeah, I abandoned that.
Oxygen critical.
Okay.
Temperature
Let's
critical.
go eat and drink. First. So our... Yeah, so these are going to start singing here pretty soon because their pressure's coming up. So we're running 18 kilojoules out the condensation chamber. which is right about where we are with the evaporation. 20 liters out. 18. What are you? Yeah, so... Yep, there we are. There's our singing pipes. Yeah. So it tells me that I feel like this is the bottleneck because I'm still at vacuum on the condensation side, so there we go. And I have that written down that I need to put more evaporation chambers in.
Low pressure.
Not on that page though.
Oxygen low.
Yeah, there we go.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Okay.
Temperature critical.
So do I need to unload the cooling system? A little concerned with all the airflow over there. I hope that's just the AC kicking on, and not I ruptured a pipe or something. That would suck. Which is also why I'm trying to avoid putting volatiles into the system, because I don't want to volatilize my base. I don't want to try to be one of those volatile breathers. Not on Venus. Okay. Oh, good. Got the grass seed. Got the grass seed this time. Okay. There's that. There's that. There's that. Okay. Eat and drink. We're happy.
Oxygen low. Low pressure. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
You're going. You're spitting out. Yeah, we're... Oh, okay. Good. All right. So we're right about at capacity there. Oh, we got a storm inbound. Got a storm inbound. Okay, so I got to think about how I want to do that. See if I got any phase change devices sitting around while I'm thinking about it.
Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Yeah, we do have 2 phase change devices sitting there, so we can add a little bit of evaporation. All right, so you're loud. You're good. You're good. Not temperature-wise. Pressure-wise, you're good. Let's go ahead and fire you back up. So this is actually the temperature that I need, more or less. So as long as I keep loading this with fuel, I think we'll be fine. And this just has to come up to, what did I say, 5 megapascals times 7, yeah. 5 megapascals, it would be good. And then the temperature seems to be okay. Actually, yeah, it's happy with the temperature. It's got both the heat exchange valves off. So that one wants to be hot. That one wants to be hot. This one wants to be cool. And what did I say, 500 is the set point, so it's got another 100 degrees to go. Yeah, that's a lot of gas. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yep, okay, we're getting there, slowly but surely. That's empty. Let's go ahead and crack another canister or 2. Would like to use a bigger tank, but Let's see. I'm done with the glass and the plastic for right now. And the walls for right now. That'll free up a little bit of space. Done with the regular pipe. Am I? Yes, I need steel sheets. That's what I need. Need steel sheets. Okay, there's the steel. Not very many. Okay, steel sheets. Steel sheets. And I think I need 4 per, so give me about what I need. Let's grab those face change devices. Let's see, I'm going to be dealing with water, so I'll take the blue pipes. And I think they take 4 each, so I need 8. And hopefully I don't have to put a frame beneath them.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical.
Doesn't look like I need to.
Pressure critical. Temperature critical.
Okay. So rotate the way I want you to, thank you. Okay. Evaporation. Might be slightly tacky looking. This is, that's actually pollutant. Yeah, that makes it a little tough. Oh, crap. Get into a fight with my nitrogen tank. Is 3 enough? Wow. Wrench. Okay, it's wrenching. There we go. This is the pollutant side. So this actually is fine. Nope. 3 is not good enough. 1, 2. Yeah. There we go. Ah, I forgot. Oh, good lord. There's a lot of stuff I forgot. Like cables, for instance. We are. Water pipe. Crap, actually. Take that back. That's what we're going to have to do right here. Okay. And then the water pipe will... Oh, crap. That's... nope. Not quite. One of these days, I'll get it right. It needs to step out another notch. Because otherwise, we're going to have this recurring theme of a problem. Shit the bed. This one I can... In this case, I can step it back. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So now... There we go. That should be, yeah, and then we're going to get into a fight with that, so. I can only put 2 evaporators here, which amazingly is exactly what I have. Okay. Silly. There we go. Do I have enough, cable? Maybe? Maybe exactly what I need? Exactly what I need? Wow. That's about right. Listen to those pipes. Okay. So now we need to figure out the water thing. Let's say a water pipe. And do I want to go up and over on every single one? No, I think I'll do this. So other than the liquid pipe, those are hooked up. Let's go get some liquid pipe. Yeah. Yep. Because you're getting hotter, so we're losing you. And these are working better, but they're not working good enough because I still have vacuum on the gas side. So I don't have enough gas. Let's see, we still got 2.5 minutes.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Spit that out.
Temperature critical.
Go ahead, throw you in. Okay. I'll run the insulated pipe till it runs out. Nope. No. Stop. Insulated liquid pipe till it runs out. Fuel canister. I guess I could have filled that up. Where are we at? 2 more. And hopefully that's enough pipe. I don't know if it will be. Oh, I hope it is.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen
So
critical.
we'll slap you in there. Turn you on. And continue the project. So in this case, we need to go up. Three, no, I only want to go up 2. Darn. Alright. And then 1. this case, I can get away with a 3. Alright, so we have... Boom. There we are. Wait a second, where's the... Wait, what? This heat exchange number is weird. $34. Yeah, I mean, we're dumping a lot of heat now. Now, at this point, the air conditioners up top would actually be our bottleneck. Yeah, okay. So is this... Oh yeah, look at that temperature dropping. Look at that temperature dropping. And I know the storm is helping that because the amount that this can push is... You can push harder now. But, there. Oop. Stop the singing. I can check off the more evaporation. Reconfigure internal N2. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, turn that off. Pull this in. Let's check our 40 megapascal. Well, 45 we're dumping into the base, yeah. There's another consideration that I've got to plan for eventually. So right now I'm dumping my excess oxygen into the base, which 95% oxygen concentration. Yeah, don't light a match. Yeah, as a matter of fact, you better not hope you don't have any static electricity either. Okay, let's throw canister in, kick this on. The temperature of that room must be getting pretty close. This is looking good. Looking good. I'm not exactly sure where the... Oh, the nitrogen may have been from when I put in a little bit of Venus atmosphere. But let's see. You should be... Yeah, you're trying to cool. You're trying to heat. You are... You're trying to cool? Oh god, why would you be trying to cool? Okay, well, if we're playing that game, then I don't want to waste all that energy. And now we're trying to heat again. Yeah. I'm combusting fuel to heat up. I don't want to cool it down. Alright, have a good one, Fishy. Thanks for stopping by. And have a good one. Okay, there we go. Let's grab this. Throw another canister in. Pressure is close to... I think I have to set to 5 megapascal. I could look, but I don't really care. So we're almost there.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Turn you on. Okay, so then, yep. that outside furnace tank, I think, is going to be our ballast. So I gotta run some pipe. So I might need to make steel, which I might actually have to make a mining run to make steel. Why am I standing around? What am I standing around for? Came in here for something. What did I do? You guys are still, well, it's probably because I just dumped a bunch of heat from that stupid, hot furnace. But the other one...
Low pressure.
Actually, I don't know where the other one
Oxygen
is, temperature-wise.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
You want to heat up. You want to heat up. How you still... You're still trying to cool. Yeah, so you are still trying to cool. You're almost there. 53 degrees to go. Alright. How about you? How are you running? You're running way too hot. Why is that? Do I have this hooked up right? Because of this pipe. Yeah, so heat exchange there is on the slow side. But that's all right. Yeah, so we're loading we're loading that like a son of a gun. So that explains a few things. Okay. All right. Okay. You are. Yeah. Just... I bring the temperature up without going overboard, per se. Actually, what is that? Let's go ahead and do this. What do I have that set to? I might need to set that higher.
Oxygen low.
1850.
Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Okay, so if it goes over 1860, that's when it'll shut down. Okay. Okay. All right. Pull that in. Alright. I keep running back and forth like it's going to make a difference. Yeah, I think quick.
Oxygen low.
Oh, yeah, alright.
Pressure critical.
Not making as much leeway as I was hoping, but I guess this is all about priming the furnaces, and we're there. Need to hook up the heater, though. So that's... thought. Put that in there. 1850. What's 1850? 16. $18.50 minus 270, so we're looking at $15.70 is what we're looking for temperature. Not cooling, right? We're still trying to heat, so we're at least let's see, I got, oh yeah, we barely have any volatile left in there. And you are, yeah, you're basically empty, so, okay. Alright, we're almost there. That furnace is almost up. I think it would actually... I'm going to go ahead and throw this canister in there. But I think at this point we are better to bring over the hot tank. The furnace tank. Let this fill up, then I'm going to go ahead and put that pipe segment back in. With whatever very, very small residual amount of... yeah. It's going to be negligible. Negligible at best. So let's take a quick break while that's filling up. And then I want to get the furnace line over. That's my plan. Get that furnace line hooked up. And then consider if I want to actually throw pipe heaters on it. Because that's going to be heating everybody that gets too cold, which shouldn't happen very often. So, yeah, we'll take a quick break and then finish hooking up the hot line on the furnace. So, alright, everybody, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Now, oops. Let's get that hot line hopefully hooked up.
Low pressure.
Hopefully hooked up.
Pressure critical.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to fill you up and then plop that one section in. So we'll go ahead and plop that section in. That'll suck this out real quick. There we go. You're at 8 megapascals. We're happy with that. And then it's gonna just dump a little bit of okay. Doing good, and you shouldn't combust. Okay, so let's see what we would need
Low pressure. Oxygen
to make some steel.
Pressure critical.
And I don't know about how much silicon we have.
Temperature critical.
Oh, we got plenty of silicon, so steel. Chunk of steel. Chunk of steel, do I need any cables? No, I just... So coal, I've got 13 coal, that's good. Iron, I've got, okay, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. There we go. So there we go, we have our steel. And this is degassed, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, start cycling it, turn on our air conditioner. Wait, why is there... The door needs repair? Okay. Maybe this hasn't been fully degassed. But it should still be good enough. Oh yeah, that's right, because I'm fighting with the furnace. Alright, here's the steel. It's on the inside. Okay. So I'm thinking, which is a dangerous thing, See, this is a padded wall up here, right? Yeah, that's what I'm going to need. Padded wall, padded window. Bring stuff over. So this is going to be the hotline. Crap. This is... Okay. A little bit of spaghetti, because that's just apparently my life. Merge it. Okay, so this is the hotline. Now, that's okay. Carbon dioxide and pollutant, I think. Or nitrogen. So I think I might actually want the pollutant, but I'm not positive. Okay, so we need to check the other side here and make sure that that's padded. And I might close off that wall just to make sure that's not a total loss. If that's the case. So there's padded there. Alright. Okay. There's that. Okay. So I'm gonna pop this frame. Okay. Okay. Alright. We've got some spaghetti here. Straight 5, that actually works for me. There we go. I feel like I should put a wall frame in there. We're okay, we're not damaged. Figure out where the hot... Oh, crap. Well, that's... Alright. It's one section in. So we're gonna have to do... Of course it's in the way. I just want to slap it in there. There we go. Okay. Type 1 wall. 2 plastic sheets. There we go. Of course it's on backwards. Of course it's on backwards. Jeez. Okay, there we are. That's should actually help with dump temperature. Okay, so this is the red line. Oh. Good lord. Yeah, that's not gonna be enough pipe. Let's pull it over this way. Let's go over one. There we are. Nope. That's actually overkill. 5. Need more insulated pipe. Need more insulated pipe. Technically could use... Alright, so we didn't poison ourselves. That's good. That's very good. So open this up. Okay. Steel is on the other side. Insulated pipe. And we will go ahead and make 100 of those, or at least put them in queue. Don't have the steel for it at the moment.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
Should also make a nitrogen filter.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Temperature critical.
There we go. That's rolling. Okay. Alright, so with that, see if I actually have a nitrogen filter floating around.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
How are we over here?
Temperature
2, 85 and 100. Might as well check our filters while we're at it, right? 37 and 99. Okay. You're empty. You are 0%. And you... Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted, was a nitrogen filter. What's that? Alright. I'm going to slap you over here. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. How are you doing over here? Yeah, so over here we have still no... Nitrogen is still our... Nitrogen, jeez. Evaporation is still our bottleneck here. Since it's still a vacuum on that side. You can see here where we have excess gas on this side. So in this case, condensing is our problem. Although we still have lots of liquid to deal with. Possibly too much, but yeah, so this isn't dumping its heat fast enough. We have no gas into the condensation chamber, indicating that we need more evaporators still. We can actually fit 3 over here, but gotta make them. I'm gonna grab this. And we can take that with us to the one furnace and inject it with a little bit more fuel.
Low. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical.
Okay, there we go, there we go. How far are we here? Yeah, this is a good start. What I wanted to do... Fuel canister. So this is all about the temperature. The pressures are fine. Actually, let's Can't do that because I don't have the cable. Let's see if I've got any cable sitting here. Or if I'm out of that. I do have cable. Good. Okay. So I can hook this guy up. This should not turn on. You're good. Running over here. Good here. Yeah, you're noisy. So the other thought is that I put a little bit of pressure. Well, yeah. Another problem is this. When I suck in the air into this, that's going to be a problem. But I'm trying to get the temperatures right first. And you gotta go some 1500. $1850. So that might actually be the right temp right there. I'm still trying to heat up. $270. That'd be 600. All right, this might just briefly touch it. Okay, it's off. Don't go too high. Because I don't want that to kick on. So red off. Blue on, no, it's too warm. Well, that's fine. As long as it doesn't stay on, that's the problem. And how much fuel do I have here? 10 kPa. I almost drained that entire tank. So at this point, it's bringing the temperature up in that room. That's basically what that is. Okay. Back to hot red pipe. Which is, there. I don't wanna... No, too far. There. So 12, 13. Now, of course, the problem there. So if this needs to heat up, that's actually going to cool the system down. And yeah, this is already getting lower because of the heat dump that's going on by other things. So how are we doing here? 1583. I really, you know what? I'm going to do the calculation. If I have it set to 1850, come on, calculator, come on, come on, come on. 1850 minus 273 Target is 1577. So at 1567. No, 1577 is the target. So at 87, they'll turn on the blue valve. 67 will turn on the red valve. So this shouldn't move the needle very far. So I still need fuel. And at this point I can actually... yeah. Make a little bit of water. It's going to put some heat into the system more. Which you don't necessarily need heat, but you know what? We need heat in the furnace side.
Low pressure. Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen
So
critical.
we will
Temperature critical.
kick... no. Kick you on. And we will kick you on. There we are. Who's singing in here? Shut you off, you're off anyway. Who over here is complaining? There's a lot of volatile in the line. Oh, I know why that is. It's because of that one-way valve. Probably should do that. Okay. Yep, you're up to pressure. Go ahead and turn you off. Let's go ahead and... oh. Wait, yeah, okay. See how we are for temperature and stuff. Temperature and pressure. Going in 1200. Yep, 1950, so you're running hot. Just exactly what I want you to do. And then coming out here at negligible pressures. 875 before it goes into that first Stirling. This is... what? I feel like you're actually going down. This line here is 1921. Why is that not moving? going down. What? I mean, I understand why this is going down, because that system over there is sucking off the heat. Huh. Is it just because that heat exchanger is too small? It could be. I may need to go in there. Hopefully not burn alive. Maybe that's a harm suit thing. Okay. Because this is running nice and hot, which is what we would anticipate. So maybe this isn't losing temperature as fast. Okay. Let's cycle you. Cycle you. Okay. Alright, so heating and cooling. Alright, so at the moment we're kind of in a precarious manner. Let's do that. You're actually right temperature wise where I want you to be. You're gonna take forever. This furnace is done. So it should, both valves will be off. Blue's off, red's off, good. You're trying to heat up. You're trying to go up to 1250. You are on your way. Okay. You are right where we want you. Let's see, red valve off, blue valve off. Now this one can't get heated by the red, it would actually cool it off, so that would be bad. And you, because that's in the way, what we got? So this one is going up to 975, which it's almost there. This is going to probably shut off at 965. So it's real close. Real close. Matter of fact, if we go over here, we'll probably see that red light kick off in about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So this is up to temp. This is at temp. This is at temp. This is still climbing. Now this being the only one connected, it's just because you're, yeah, okay. And you are, yeah, so you're 200 degrees away and climbing. So that's good. So at this point, these furnaces are ready, with the exception this one might still, because what are we convecting at? So we're still bleeding heat off into the room. And this one, oh, actually, you know what? That's about ready to kick on the red vent. Red light, red light, red light, red rum, red rum. Need to go get our fuel canister. Because, yeah, we don't want to cool the system down. And that's exactly what will happen when that red light kicks, or that red valve kicks on. It'll try dumping its heat into, basically backwards. Because the furnace is actually higher temperature than what's out there right now. And it would be bad. So let's go warm that sucker up before it kills itself. Red light is on, it's cooling itself. No. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh. 67, 67. Get it over 67. Get it over 67. Get it over 67. Get it over 67. Oh, good. Woo. That was close.
Hunger, caution.
I mean, if the blue kicks on, it's not good, but yep, it ought to be on. Yeah, it's on. It's not good, but it's a lot worse the other way around. Ooh, that took all that fuel. Oh, jeez. Running back and forth. I need to get... I gotta get out. Got a couple chores left to go before bed, so I gotta cut this short real soon.
Oxygen low. Pressure critical. Oxygen
But
critical. Temperature critical.
kick this on. There we go. And then we'll have a little bit of fuel to make sure that we don't... go too cold. So we can actually... That'll work. It's singing out there. Actually, we could do that. Or is that... Yeah, that might actually be a problem. That's what I thought. Pressure... Pressure, stress, something. Is it you? There's something over here. So I can't necessarily do that. So that does mean that I am dumping a lot of temperature into the rest of the system. Huh. Okay. How many... Okay. Yep. So, more evap. I'm going to write that down. More
Low pressure.
H2O evap.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Yep, that's critical. Okay, let's get this over here. I'm actually going to park myself in front of this furnace so I don't forget what we're doing here. Red, blue. Right? Red and blue. Right sweet spot in the middle. We are convecting heat off into the room still, which is fine. That is absolutely fine. That just means that it'll bleed off less heat as we go. Now you... 509.4, 509.4, so this is doing good. You are still trying to come up, I think, so 1250, so almost there. 60 degrees away. Almost there. I think this guy is right where it needs to be. 960. Yep, that's exactly where it needs to be. So that's good. So this one is just it's going to modulate itself till we get there. 1.2. Yeah. So this is the only one that we have to be wary of. And then
Hydration critical.
Yeah, dump. Let's 77 is the set point. '87, it'll kick on the other. Oh no! Well, I overshot. The blue light's gonna come on. Yeah. Dang it. That's wasted. That's wasted energy right there. Because the energy from this combustion is now being dumped into the AC unit. No Beano. No Beano. So that's the finicky one. Once we get that red pipe up high, which maybe with some pipe heaters too.
Low pressure.
Yeah, I think that's the plan. So I'm going to
Pressure critical.
eat, drink, be merry, and then call it for a night. Got some chores I gotta do,
Oxygen low.
but
Pressure critical.
looking pretty good.
Oxygen critical.
We'll fine-tune the system,
Pressure critical.
and we will probably see about starting the automation for at least the simplified ores. I think that makes sense. The alloys might be a problem. I mean, not a huge problem, but there's going to be certainly more thinking around about. So, yeah, real good. I'm happy with what we've accomplished, even though it felt like it took forever to get there, for sure. So, I would like to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.